Man, oh man, has it been a while, y'all? What's going on? It's your man ES the Hermit Star back again with another video, and I'm here to do the general read for the sign of Aries. So if you have Aries in your chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this is for you. I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch this, you know what I'm saying? But we are back. As I've mentioned in past videos and stuff, or the past videos, I took a few weeks off for my birthday. My birthday was August 30th. Anyone who did wish me a happy birthday, and you might be watching this, thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. But took the weeks off, a few weeks off, the last few weeks of August, essentially to pretty much, one, I did have work outside of this, but also just to get away. So that's my favorite thing to do, get away. That might be a message for you today. But yeah, that's what it was. And now I'm back in the swing of things, and I'm excited. I'm excited to do some reads again for you all, anyone willing to listen, or at the very least, really just put the message out there. So I'm going to start with the tarot, of course, per usual. That hasn't changed. And then we'll go into the oracle card. So right now we have two. Let's see if we can get at least, one more for now, and then I'll continue shuffling, because I definitely do want to at least try to give you something to work with here. We start off with the star card in reverse. Have to cover up. YouTube hasn't changed either. So rules are rules, and unfortunately they don't like naked bodies. So even if it's on a tarot card. So with that being said, though, as far as the star card in reverse, this is someone who is dimming their light, someone who's discouraged, essentially. And I think that, as cliche as it sounds, from what I'm seeing with the other two cards that you have here, along with the star card in reverse, it's really the saying of what you need, at least, is the cliche saying of a positive attitude going toward pretty much whatever the saying is, right? The positive attitude is going to be what leads you through whatever you are trying to lead you to, the journey, really, where you're trying to go. And I say that honestly is because, again, you have the star card in reverse, but you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and also the Chariot in reverse as well. Whatever is causing this insecurity in your life, maybe it's because you're watching somebody else. Maybe you're a content creator yourself. Maybe you're a tarot reader yourself, right? And you feel discouraged, and you're like, well, I don't think I have the abilities like this other reader. Look at how many views they get, and I don't see myself getting that much views. Or maybe you did try. Maybe you're putting yourself out there. And I'm just using that as an example. I'm not saying these are exactly you. Take whatever resonates and then leave the rest, of course. But it could be a situation to where, again, you put yourself out there and you're not seeing the numbers per se. I've said this in the past before. I don't remember if it was for you, Aries, or for another sign, maybe another sign within your chart. But people skew numbers all the time to make it seem as though they're more popping than they are. I'm not saying that's everybody. It's surely not everybody, but that does happen. So whatever you're doing, especially if you're in the space of content creation, or whatever the case is, that space of where numbers matter, right? And I put that in quotation marks because I have my own thoughts on that. Probably something I will share in a future video of some sort. But as far as if you're in that space, understand, one, that is the aspect of the game. Again, that's not everybody. So don't look at everybody and say, oh, you only got your numbers because you're doing something behind the scenes. But just knowing that at least is part of the game. To me, at least, it gives me peace that I'm not as, I guess, bad, or my content isn't as bad as one would probably think it is based off of the low amount of views it has compared to somebody else. Again, it could be something else that brings people something more genuine, that attracts people to that individual. Nonetheless, your confidence should come from self. It's going to take work, of course, but you look into what you have to offer for, within the space, or for whatever you're doing. Look into all of that, and you won't feel the need to compare yourself to other people. Once you're like, I have this thing to offer, even though I'm doing the same thing that somebody else is doing. You would know better than me if this is applicable, but I do want to see, where is this lack of confidence coming from for Aries. Clarify the discouragement, please. So I meant to pull one, but these two came out. We have the 3 of Cups, and then we have the 7 of Cups, both in reverse. Now I'm gonna go over the 3 of Cups first, since it's the first one that came out. I think you're comparing yourself to maybe friends, even maybe a group, like you're a part of a group dynamic, and you're comparing yourself to other people within this group. I don't think this is something that they are saying, like they're not, they're just being them, they're shining. And I don't even think that they view you as someone who is lesser than. I think this is just it's something internal. Once again, this is you saying this to yourself, so honestly, it's really just a situation of getting out of your own head. Then we have, again, the 7 of Cups in reverse. This is someone who can be very much easily distracted as well, but also someone who doesn't have a purpose. Now, it's hard to say, this is purposelessness, or at least that is the reason as to why, you are. It's hard to say that when you have the Wheel of Fortune here, technically here, and the Chariot here. Although they both showed up in reverse, they're still here, meaning that there is a purpose, there is something to look forward to, there is a journey that you're on, there is a final destination that you would like to reach. Again, that 7 of Cups in reverse, still the 7 of Cups is here. This is like envisioning something that you distracted by bells and whistles, but no, like this is a journey of some sort that you want, so I don't think it's purposelessness that's the issue with you. Again, I just think that it's you really comparing yourself to, it could be people close to you that you're comparing yourself to, and that's where the discouragement is coming from. It's okay to look at what other people have and how they're showing up, and saying, I find inspiration in that, or I would like to be more like that. But when it gets to the point of discouragement, once again, that's where it gets to a spot where I'm like, I don't think this is unhealthy at this point now. I don't think you should view it in this situation here, because ultimately, again, you still have the star here. So clearly you don't suck. Like, I don't know how else to put it. You don't suck, Aries. Clearly you don't suck. You have the star here again. You have the Wheel of Fortune here. You have the Chariot here. You're meant to stand out. You're meant to, be, you're not meant to be like these other individuals here. You're meant to be yourself. So just stand out. Get out of your head. All right? That's what I have for the tarot. We're about to get into the oracle now, but before I read any oracle cards or card that might pop up, I would like to please will remind you to hit that like if you are watching. Let's just say, I want to go back to, choosing one card. So let's shuffle these cards and see amongst these cards what's gonna pop up. But hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe as well. I'm being called to pull one card. Alright, so the one card that you have, or that I'm gonna read, is a Veil of Illusion. That is your oracle card for today. Lift the veils of illusion, seeking truth beneath the surface to navigate through love and career authentically. I mean, yeah, it's really just seeking the truth about yourself. Again, just not looking at what other people have, how they're showing up, and having some type of, again, comparing yourself to them. You have to move authentically. That's what the star is. Someone who shines and they're moving authentically. The star isn't someone who saw somebody else behave or do something and then they copy that individual and now they're shining. No, they are themselves. The woman on the card is bare naked. She is bearing it all. So if that's not authentic right there, or that's not the image of someone who is just living and being and expressing themselves authentically, I don't know what is. But I'm gonna love you and leave you at the end of the day, and hopefully you got something of value from this video. If you did, please again hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe if you're not, and yeah, stay tuned for future reads. Until next time, until next video, you see me when you see me. Take care.